Welcome to Triple Level Travel. And this time, we're chasing rain, records, and ridiculously good coffee in Seattle. This city blends forests and ferries, tech and tide pools, grunge and gourmet. One moment, you're scaling views at Kerry Park. The next, you're in a bookstore that smells like first editions and fresh-baked croissants. We're unlocking Seattle in three styles: the $1,000 budget adventurer, the $3,000 level-up traveler, and the $30,000 VIP luxury experience. Whether you're slurping oysters on a rooftop or stretching $5 at Pike Place like it's performance art, Seattle's got a version of the dream for every traveler. Budget adventurer, $1,000. We're tackling Seattle with $1,000 and a backpack full of confidence, rain or shine, mostly rain. Round-trip flights from nearby hubs like Portland, San Francisco, or Salt Lake City come in at $145 on airlines that care more about speed than snacks. Once you land, grab an Orca Regional Transit Pass for $18. Good for buses, light rail, and water taxis. Because in this city, your commute might involve a boat. Check in at Green Tortoise Hostel, tucked right next to Pike Place Market. At $60 a night, that's $180 for 3 nights and includes a kitchen, cozy bunks, and morning waffles you won't need to Instagram to enjoy. First day in Seattle, and it smells like coffee and sea breeze. Kick things off at Storyville Coffee above Pike Place. $15 for a cappuccino and a fresh-baked cinnamon roll that hits like a warm hug in the drizzle. Spend the morning exploring Pike Place Market, free to wander, priceless for people watching. Lunch is at Piroshki, where $9 gets you a smoked salmon piroshki, flaky and packed with flavor. Then hop on the Seattle Center monorail, $8 round trip, and check out the Museum of Pop Culture's architectural curves and outdoor installations for free. Dinners at Tacos Chuki's in Capitol Hill, $15 for 2 tacos, grilled pineapple, and a soda. End the day with a walk through Kerry Park, where the view of Seattle's skyline says more in a glance than words ever could. Day 1 total, $47. Day 2 starts with clouds, but that's just mood lighting in Seattle. Grab a savory biscuit and bold coffee at Biscuit Bitch downtown, $12.75 for heat, heft, and heart. Head to Bill Speidel's Underground Tour, $22 to explore the buried streets and strange beginnings of the city. Hop on the water taxi to Marination Mackay, covered by your Orca Pass, and enjoy a Kalbi beef taco combo with harbor views for $13. Back downtown, stroll the waterfront and visit Seattle Public Library's Central Branch, a free architectural marvel. Dinner's a steamy bowl of P.O. from Faux Back Soup Shop, $15, perfect for cool nights and quiet slurps. Day 2 total, $62.75. It's the final day, and it's all about that Seattle balance: nature, thrifting, and hot food. Breakfast is an egg sandwich and latte at Mr. West Cafe Bar, $24, trendy, filling, and bright. Then head to Discovery Park, free trails, dense greenery, and views of Puget Sound from the lighthouse. Lunch lands at Maneki in the International District, $16 for a bento box that's as historic as it is satisfying. In the afternoon, hit Fremont Vintage Mall and spend $30 on flannel, used vinyl, and that weird thing you didn't know you needed. Wrap up with dinner at Uwajimaya Food Court, $13.50 for teriyaki chicken, and a drink that tastes like a comforting final bite before the journey home. Day 3, total $83.50. Final budget. Breakdown. Flight, $145. Transit, Orca 3-day pass, $18. Lodging, 3 nights at Green Tortoise Hostel, $180. Day 1, $47. Day 2, $62.75. Day 3, $83.50. Grand total, $536.25. Level up. Tier $3,000. With $3,000 to play with, Seattle turns into a refined adventure. Think stylish stays, elevated eats, and enough upgraded experiences to make every moment feel curated. A Delta Comfort plus round-trip flight from Chicago, Austin, or Denver runs about $420, offering priority boarding, a quieter cabin, and a touch of calm before the clouds. Once you arrive, a mix of ride shares and a one-day electric car rental takes care of all your city hopping needs from SeaTac to sunset viewpoints for $250 total across 3 days. You'll check into the Pally Hotel Seattle. With deep green walls, vintage touches, and a tucked-away feel, it's $255 per night, totaling $765 for 3 nights of central boutique comfort. Day 1 in Seattle eases in with flavor and a view. Start your morning at General Porpoise Donuts in Capitol Hill, $18 for a vanilla custard donut, soft scrambled toast, and a cortado that's smoother than the morning fog. Next, ride up to the Skyview Observatory at Columbia Center, $28 for panoramic views that stretch from Mount Rainier to Puget Sound. After soaking in the skyline, stop for lunch at Taylor Shellfish Farms in Melrose Market, $42 for half a dozen oysters, Dungeness crab toast, and a glass of bright white wine to match. Spend your afternoon browsing Elliott Bay Book Company, then head back to recharge. For dinner, book a table at Embar in South Lake Union, $75 for lamb shawarma, grilled octopus, and a cocktail with the city lights sparkling below. Day 1 total, $163. Today's rhythm includes open water and open spaces. Breakfast at Cafe Press keeps it relaxed, $24 for a ham and Gruyere croissant and a bold drip. Then make your way to the ferry terminal and catch a ride to Bainbridge Island, $10.25 round trip with breeze-in-your-face views along the way. Once you're ashore, explore the shops and scenic paths before stopping for lunch at Ba Sa, a standout Vietnamese spot, $48 for caramelized black cod and a ginger spritz. Swing by Bainbridge Island Museum of Art, BIMA, next free to enter, but plan to spend $30 in the gift shop on local prints or handmade ceramics. Back in Seattle, wrap the day up lakeside with dinner at Westward, $88 for grilled trout, a seasonal salad, and a Negroni under string lights and the skyline. Day 2 total, $200.25. Last day, and it leans into Seattle's easy luxury. Breakfast is at Sabine Cafe in Ballard, $22 for whipped feta toast, a soft-boiled egg, and a calming tea blend. Walk it off at Chihuly Garden and Glass, $35 for a dazzling stroll through glass sculptures and sunlit installations. Lunch lands at the Pink Door, where $52 gets you house-made pasta, fresh crab, and a glass of Sangiovese in a hidden courtyard. Spend your afternoon shopping local in Ballard's design-forward boutiques, setting aside $150 for small batch goods, screen-printed art, hand-dyed fabric, or really good soap. Close the trip at Shuckers inside the Fairmont, $89 for cedar plank salmon and a rich Washington Syrah. Day 3 total, $348. Final budget. Breakdown, flight, comfort plus round trip, $420. Transport, ride shares plus 1-day EV rental, $250. Hotel, 3 nights at Pally Hotel Seattle, $765. Day 1, $163. Day 2, $200.25. Day 3, $348. Grand total, $2,146.25. VIP luxury, $40,000. This is Seattle for the quietly wealthy, the kind of trip where everything runs smoothly, private, and custom fit. A first-class round-trip flight from cities like New York or Dallas runs $6,300, complete with lie-flat comfort, champagne before takeoff, and a menu that reads more like a 5-star restaurant than an airline meal. On arrival, your personal Bentley Bentayga with chauffeur awaits, $8,000 for 3 days of seamless, statement-making transport. Your stay? The presidential suite at the Four Seasons Seattle, perched above Elliott Bay with floor-to-ceiling views, private spa access, and room service that reads like a tasting menu. At $4,000 per night, it's $12,000 for 3 nights of effortless luxury tucked between sea and skyline. The day starts not with breakfast, but with a white tablecloth brunch hosted inside your suite's private dining area. $425 for wild mushroom tartlets, citrus braised short rib hash, and a flatware set that probably costs more than your old apartment's rent. Afterward, you're driven to a private gallery appointment at Greg Kusera Gallery, where $1,800 gets you an exclusive walkthrough with the owner, insights into museum-level Northwest artists, and first dibs on new acquisitions. For lunch, settle into Canlis, $650 for the seasonal prefix and their signature unobtrusive excellence. Then it's off to the Space Needle, but you're skipping the line with a private sunset experience. $1,200, complete with champagne and a time slot that's yours alone. Close out with dinner at the Nest, where your rooftop table features a custom seafood tasting, curated cocktails, and a soft city glow $750. Day 1 total, $4,825. Your day opens with a helicopter charter to Woodinville Wine Country, $2,600 for the flight, champagne in flight service, and a mid-air view of the Cascades. On landing, you're guided through a private tasting and tour at DeLille Cellars, ending with a custom blend bottled in your name, $2,100. For lunch, you're seated in the garden at the Herb Farm, $500 for a 9-course menu built entirely around that week's regional ingredients, complete with foraged wine pairings. After a return to Seattle, step into a private luxury shopping suite at Nordstrom, $4,200 for tailored designer pieces, accessories, and concierge service so smooth you forget you're shopping. Dinner is held at Lark, where the chef's seasonal tasting menu runs $520, featuring black cod, wild ramps, and dessert served in 3 parts. Day 2 total, $9,920. Begin your final day with a sunrise yoga session on a private floating dock, complete with a personal instructor and hot ginger tea. $500, quiet, cold, and utterly serene. Breakfast follows at Flora Bakehouse, where a private rooftop table and a warm selection of pastries, soft egg dishes, and coffee are prepared just for you, $250. At midday, enjoy a 3-hour luxury yacht cruise across Lake Washington, staffed with a chef shucking oysters on demand, $1,400. Return in time for a 2-hour volcanic stone massage and full spa ritual at the Four Seasons, $600 of melting mussels and eucalyptus steam. Cap your stay with a final meal on your suite terrace, where a private chef prepares halibut cheeks, roasted beet risotto, and dark chocolate souffle, $775. Candlelit with skyline views and no plans left. Day 3 total, $3,525. Final luxury budget. Breakdown: first class flight, $6,300. Chauffeured Bentley, 3 days, $8,000. Hotel, 3 nights, Four Seasons Presidential Suite, $12,000. Day 1, $4,825. Day 2, $9,920. Day 3, $3,525. Grand total, $44,570. That's how you do Seattle. No lines, no noise, just seamless views, private moments, and luxury that doesn't need to introduce itself. Whether you're a budget explorer, a comfort seeker, or living that elevated life, this city delivers at every level. So tell us, which trip was your vibe? Drop your pick in the comments, hit that like button if you felt the rain in high definition, and don't forget to subscribe because the next destination, it's going to be even bigger.